And all right, cool. Okay. All right. Good morning. Things seem to be functioning much better than yesterday. I don't know, maybe it was a traffic load or something, but YouTube was, nor Twitch was cooperating at all. So I guess yesterday was, I don't know, National Stream Day or something, but no drop frames. So far, everything's steady. All right, so I guess we'll at least try to get this flight in the hole. All right, y'all. Same routine. We're in Atlanta, heading to Washington Dulles. Try to finish off this trip. And let me see, my messenger is exploding. Hold on 1 second. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so far so good. Let me Delta 33. Start getting all this stuff ready here. And I'll pull up some ATIVs while I'm at it. Let's see, 125, 55. Left. All right, hopefully we'll get that. Hopefully. Romeo there. I need to make an adjustment on my audio. Alright, hold on 1 second, y'all. Make an adjustment real quick. Let's see. Yep. Yep. And yeah. disconnect and reconnect the V-Pilot real quick because it's being weird. That one might be on me though. That one might be on me.
Atlanta International Airport data information.
Much better. Alright.
West variable at 5. Visibility 10.
Well, let's see. 132.
5,000 scattered. 5,000 scattered. Temperature 32.
975.
Altimeter 3019.
Alright. Alright, and we got that. Get a little housekeeping out of the way real quick.
Yes, sir. Connect the low pressure air, please. Stand by.
Good morning, Atlanta Center, Emergency 805.
PA and emergency light test.
Get all of this out of the way.
For the American calling center, call sign again.
Alright.
American 805 with you at flight level 360. American 805 Atlanta Center, squawk 2044.
Turn the audio up just a little bit.
2044 for American 805.
Alright.
The aircraft calling Atlanta Center, you're unreadable. Say again.
Alright, see if we can pick up our clearance.
Lima Victor Sierra Alpha Papa Atlanta Center, hello, squawk 2016.
Oh man. Put this down real quick.
American 805 radar contact 30 miles northeast of Charlotte, welcome aboard.
Let's see. Go back here. So what I'm doing, and this is the same route we talked about yesterday. Those of you remember Jack 2 transition off of Kellen and as filed. So
Jet 337 Atlanta Center, standby. Lima Victor Sierra
alright, get this in here.
Radar contact 70 miles southwest of the Macon BOR. Jet 337 cleared due to Sierra India Airport is filed, maintain 5,000. Spec flight level 230, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 2040. I'm sorry, can you just repeat the squawk for 337? Jet 337, your squawk code is 2040-2040.
Alright, we're clear on the FaceTime of this file, the 5,000, necessary 230 on 10-2040 on the spot for Jet 337, call you back ready to taxi.
Jet 337, read back correct, runway 21 left.
21 left, thanks.
Alright.
Delta 765 back with you. Is ready to go?
Delta 735, roger. And who is ready?
Delta 2576 is short of 27 ready.
Delta 2576, thanks. RNAV to small runway 279, clear for takeoff.
Or that's small 279 clear for takeoff, Delta 2576.
Sir, morning, Delta 436, Delta 33. I'd like to pick up IFR clearance to Dulles, and we have Romeo on board.
Delta 436 Atlanta Center, PDC coming up.
Hello for PDC 436. Alright, let's go ahead and board. And yep, there's our PDC.
Who's ready to go?
Let's see if GX6 will behave this morning.
Sorry, runway 21 left. I'm assuming I gave you 21 left, correct?
Yeah.
Falcon 5 Romeo Sierra, roger. Runway 21 left, taxi out.
21 left, Alpha, follow the ship.
Atlanta Center, it's citation 500 Victor. Signature, we're ready file for IFR.
Let's see. Boarding passengers now. Alright, so I guess it's functioning now. Anywho, let's
The Sierra India Airport has filed. filed,
Alright, jets, 10,000.
10 minutes after departure. Departure on frequency squawk 2037.
Cleared to same time as 5,250, 10 minutes after 2037 is our code departure and
Let's see, 2550.
Runway 2 and left, advisory taxi.
2 and left flight taxi, Big Charlie.
Count it for 27 right. Ah, man, that's fine. I was hoping 26 left because it's right over there, but that's alright.
It was Cargo Lux 39er Foxtrot.
Cargo Lux 39er Foxtrot Heavy, thanks. Runway 27 right, taxi via Romeo.
27 right.
By Romeo, hold short 27 left. Cargo Lux 39er Foxtrot.
Jet 2, Kellen.
Delta 765, level 250, currently showing 92 from Atlanta.
Might have said the wrong call, so I'm sorry about that. Delta 2576, radar contact tail.
By Jack and Quebec 60.
Delta 2576, climb and maintain viable 330.
Okay, 330.
Quebec 60 to Jackson.
Pacific pilot's discretion, maintain 1000 to make an altimeter tree 016. When able to see approach request.
Alright, and then Cavalier 3, Doran. And we don't know what we're going to get yet, but I'll guess and say 01 right. That'd be awesome, but I don't know. Alright, and activate that. Wait for numbers.
Please let us know if we made it.
Let's see, cost index, we'll leave that at that. I'm not gonna fool with that. 18.9 normal schedule. 330 winds, probably nothing. I got a little bit of a breeze up there. 298 at 30. It's been kind of light here lately, these past few days. So that's surprising. One is minus 44. Apple climb. Where's our speed card? 129, 133, 142.
Pilot discretion, 11,000. Check the altimeter for Charleston, Delta 765.
Alright, so we're waiting on numbers. While we're waiting on those numbers, seatbelt sign on. Start pump on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you.
5 Romeo Sierra, runway 21, left clear for
Get that APU going. Oh, I do need to get our bleeds up.
5 Romeo Sierra, roger. In that case, cancel takeoff clearance and hold short of runway 2 on left. Let me know when you're fully ready to go.
Please let us know if we may assist you.
Whoop, there we go. Alright. Let's see, what's the altimeter setting there?
Runway 5 sounds good.
Alright, looking at 30. 3028. Alright.
Delta 765 Druid, my airspace Jacksonville Center is offline. Radar service terminated.
Let's look and get the elevation real quick. Alright, 313.
Cargo Lux 4. Cargo Lux 39er Foxtrot, have a cross runway 27 off that. Romeo, hold short of runway 27 at November 13th.
Alright, everything looks, it's pretty decent up here. We'll go ahead and get that on for some air. Go ahead and get our bleeds on. So once the AP warms up, we should have that.
Do you actually have the Vienna VOR? That's Victor November Alpha. Do you have that? Roger, you can proceed direct Vienna at this time. Just gonna maintain 5,000.
Alright.
Sunguard 5193, runway 27 right, taxi via Romeo, hold short of runway 27 left.
Alright.
Taxi via Romeo, hold short 27 left.
Alright, so 5 south is where I'll be getting them at. Let's see, where we at now? Are we done with bags or?
Lima Victor Sierra Alpha
I guess we're done with bags. I don't know.
Is too far out for you. I can also give you direct to Ticas. It's an initial approach fix just northwest of Vienna. I can give you that too.
Let's see here. Yeah, I guess we're all set.
You can, Ticas if you'd like that.
No numbers, so it's, I think we can cheat real quick. There we go. All right, 111.0.
The aircraft following Atlanta Center, reach you loud and clear.
Under 11,000 pounds there. And yep, everything looks good. Autopilot looks good. We'll go ahead and get that beacon light on. Let's see. Hydraulics on.
Atlanta Center will be closing in 15 minutes.
Alright.
But I certainly am, Riley. Let's be real, you know me better than that.
That's funny. Alright, everything else looks pretty good up top. I think we're about ready to get out of here.
Cargo C9 Foxtrot, if you think you hold correction cross runway 27 right November 13, turn right on Mike.
Alright.
Cross 27 right and right on Mike. Cargo 3957.
Cool. Alright, go ahead and call ground and
5 is IFR to Sarasota, Florida.
Yes, sir. Clear to disconnect.
Delta 1025, Atlanta Center, PDC coming up.
I think we're all set here. Up. Full control tabs. Sweet. Oh, so far so good, y'all. I don't, like I said, I don't know what happened yesterday. No idea what happened yesterday. So far everything looks to be kosher. Push to the right, I think. Looks like they're ready.
5193, cross runway 27 right, correction 27 left at
Alright.
runway 27 right at November 13th.
Alright, and let's see. Packs off there. System B this time, and then we'll go ahead roll that. Roll number 2.
Lima Victor Sierra Alpha Papa cross, Blisky enter above 4th, error correction cross, Blisky enter above 3,000, cleared at ILS runway 5 approach in the main.
Alright, it's 22.
Atlanta Center, every air 153 on the ground, Atlanta, Echo 16 gate with Romeo looking for
Alright.
to Wilmington, North Carolina.
That's good there. Let's go ahead and roll 1.
P3 Atlanta Center, PDC on the way.
Cool, thank you. Every air 153.
Yeah, I saw your PM earlier, sorry I couldn't respond to that, I was just getting a little busy earlier.
That's what I figured, no problem.
Alright, there's 22. Close enough. Close enough. Alright, I'll close that start valve. Let's see. I'll go ahead and set brakes.
Turn right on Mike.
And confirm we are good.
Cargo at 39 Foxtrot, I've like 27 right, line up and wait traffic over.
Alright, bleeds off. Packs are on. APU, head on down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could
Get that guy shut. Flaps 15 today.
insert my straight up.
Flight directors both on. Toggle button pressed. Nav is armed. Flight attendant is talking, and we're all set. So We'll taxi down to 5 South, get the guy a call, and then we'll head on down to 27 right. That's the plan, at least before he cuts out of here. Oh, man.
Cargo Log 39.
Alright.
Foxtrot Heavy, RNAV to Sea Park, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Sea Park, clear takeoff 27 right, cargo left 39.
Alright, everything else should be good. Go ahead and kill the APU off.
Victor Charlie, signature on the ground for P3Dv5 protection.
I'm sorry, the aircraft calling for taxi at Peachtree was who?
Alright, is he ready?
Citation 500 Victor Charlie.
Yeah, he's good.
Victor Charlie, runway 21 left, taxi to Alpha.
21 left via Alpha, 500 Victor Charlie.
Alright. We're should be good to go. Still pretty warm as usual. Took an assumed temperature of 43 out. Should get us decent performance out of here. And there's cargo looks heading on out of there. Over rotating a bit, but that's all right. That's all right. Can't fault him for that. Get my trim together here while we're taxiing. Oh man. Round 2, man. Tell ya. Feel like I'm in a boxing match. Yesterday it just was not happening, man. And you know what, Michael? I'm gonna go ahead and say this, man. That first attempt when I tried to connect and it didn't work, I should have just left it alone. Should have left it alone. Cause yeah, man, it's fine now. It's fine. Oh man, I don't know. Sir, Delta 436 5 South rate taxi 27 right.
Delta 436, stand by, hold short of Lima, control change in progress.
Oh, hold short of Lima for 436. Exactly. 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 We'll creep up on up here, just short of 5 South. Literally creep up here. So they're doing a controller change. Alright, so approach is on. Oh shoot, so approach is on. Alright, so how do they want to do this? There'll probably still be contact approach. Let's get this ready then. Alright, yeah, it was assigned, man. Should have left it alone.
Delta 436, contact the line approach 125.7.
Approach 25.7, 436, good day. Let's see, give him a few seconds here. Kind of quiet, 3, 2, 1, alright. Approach. Departure, Delta 436, holding short 5 South, rate taxi 27 right.
Delta 436, Atlanta departure, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima.
27 right, Lima to 436. Alright, let's go.
Departure, Delta 1025 is short of Lima.
Delta 1025, Atlanta Center, Atlanta approach, runway 2 via Lima.
27 right via Lima, 1025.
Uh-oh. So yeah, I got those have those weird oil slicks as well. That was really weird. Alright, so there's, yep, so that's Lima. Yeah, the Atlanta State, man, I know, man, they're, thought they were getting paid or something.
Atlanta approach, good afternoon.
Yeah, there's double. What is it? Like, do you know, or
Bring up 5 bar to 6 seconds.
do they come out here and clean, or what, man? I don't know. I don't know.
550 Mike Tango, alarm departure, stand by.
Because initially they were real prevalent, you know, throughout the airport. Now they're, you know, you still kind of see them, but they're not as bad. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man, Atlanta, dude, they're
Mike Tango, clear destination airport as filed, maintain
they're like clockwork, man.
block 04.
It was like they tabbed one guy out, man, and another one jumped right in behind them. It was it was crazy.
Climb maintain 14,000.
Dedication, man.
0 Mike Tango.
Dedication.
0 Mike Tango, let me back correct and Roger, exactly. Next one, taxi, 0 Mike Tango.
Alright, I guess we'll take full length. Like Lima 2 or something like that. Did you update Atlanta and AGL? So I picked up the update, but I haven't gotten LaGuardia yet. But I got Atlanta, I haven't got LaGuardia yet. So just kind of waiting there to see. Honestly, man, I haven't been to LaGuardia in so long. I hadn't been to LaGuardia since you and I did that group flight. That's been the last time. That's been the last time I've been to LaGuardia. But I'm definitely gonna have to update there. It's going real slow. Let's see, pick up the pace a little bit. But yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, man. Imagine Sim, like comparing performance, it's a night and day difference between Imagine Sim and Latin VFR. I remember you were mentioning that Latin VFR, it's that it was the sloped runway module that was causing the problem. But it's weird, man, because I'm having the same issues in Miami now, so I don't know. I don't know. But it's very, I need to disable art. I don't know. It's a shame too, because I love that scenery. New Orleans isn't quite as bad, just from my experiences. But I will say this about New Orleans: the dynamic lighting it's pretty bad right now in version 5. So maybe they'll get that together, man. I hope so. Let's see. I'll say again for 436.
Number 436, I now football runway 27 right, clear takeoff.
Football 27 right, clear takeoff. 436. Yeah, man. I'll send you a screenshot here when I get a chance. But yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's to the point to where you really can't use it at night. Like it's that bad. That bad. Alright, files clear, runway's clear, clearance received. Alright. Try not to waste too much time here. Alright, and on the spoiler, there we go. Alright, take off. Alright, wait for that 1.4 EPR. Alright, 1.4 there. Auto throttle.
337 on the ground at PDK, the west turn for an attack to the minute weather.
takeoff thrust set.
Center 337 on departure, runway 21 left, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 16.
Turn left via Alpha and cross 16 for ignition 3 seconds.
80 knots,
Cross
cross check.
check. Alright, engine is looking good there. 120. He's neutral pressure. Alright, there we go.
Runway 21 left, taxi Alpha, cross runway 16.
Positive route.
Gear up.
21 left via Alpha, cross runway 16.
7525, runway 27 right, line up the way.
Lights out.
Alright.
1025.
On nav engaged.
Contact, climb maintain 14000.
14436. Alright. Arcs on.
Climb
Pump set. Alright. Alright, start getting the airplane cleaned up here. 140 in the window. Alright, heading to Brett football right now. Let's see. Alright, flaps up. And slats retract. Isn't bad. No, it's not nearly as bad. Not during the day. Not during the day. Alright, I'll turn these guys up a little bit, man. I can barely hear them. Maybe that's my old age. We're out of here. Oh yeah, leaking a little smoke there. Alright. Bump these guys up a little bit.
Good afternoon, Atlanta.
Alright.
3 with the
Hydraulic pumps.
runway 27.
Low and off both sides.
Dixie, Juliet, Mike to runway 27 right, every air 153, thank you.
Alright. Alright, looking pretty good. Man, his mic is all muffled. His mic is real muffled. 22.8, Delta 436, thanks for your help. See ya. Alright, so that is it for the ATC. Until someone comes on and decides to play center. Yeah, he sounds terrible. Okay, maybe I'll figure. I was like, man, I hope it's not. Hope my hearing isn't going. But but yeah, he sounded pretty bad, man. And that's how Fort Worth was. Fort Worth Tower was the other day. You know, it was just. I mean, it literally sounded, you know, like that's all I heard. You know, and everybody was, you know, like, you know, say again or please repeat or whatever. And he got frustrated, man. He got in his feelings about it. And, you know, I mean, no one could hear you. And it's one thing to, you know, if it was like one isolated incident, but it was literally every call, you know, and it looks good. Every call, wow. You know, every call was like that. You know, yeah, man, I don't know. You know, maybe he was having a bad day, man. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We all have those days, I suppose. I think no one else is on. It's just just Indy is on right now, so I guess we'll come on up to 330. Just like that, and it's pretty smooth, I suppose. We'll turn off the seatbelt sign. Everything looks good. All right, but yeah, man, that video was really informative to me. I mean, normally, you know, my landings were decent, but you know, I was thinking to myself last night, and thanks for the like, by the way. I was thinking to myself last night, I mean, there has to be more to it, you know, especially with fly-by-wire and the fact that, you know, the feedback, man, it's just different, you know. And so I was doing a little research and I come up on that video. And that's really interesting how, you know, how the ELAC, you know, intervenes to supplement natural characteristics of, you know, the round out and the landing process. You know, that was really interesting to me, because it's you know, there are things that you do, you know, especially, you know, however, constantly being cosmic. Exactly. It's of an exactly. You know, it's, you know, I always kind of wonder that. It's like, how do you incorporate, you know, natural tendencies, you know, in a computer controlled system? And, you know, it didn't dawn on me. And, you know, you know, flying, you know, you do these types of things for, you know, years, you know, but not think about it. And yeah, you do, you know, you're pumping, right? You know, even everything from a Diamond 40 all the way up to 747, you're, you know, right before you know, once you get into that flare, you're kind of pumping it a little bit, you know, not thinking about it, you know. And yeah, so my next flight, I'm probably going to jump on the labs. I'm going to try that, you know, and kind of see how far FS Labs went into simulating ELAC functionality. Have they mentioned anything? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the Airbus aficionado, but you know, I know they went pretty far down the rabbit hole in terms of, you know, depth of simulation in terms of the fly-by-wire system. So, you know, how far did they go? You know, riddle me this, Batman. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Probably jump in the 320, 232 or something, and I don't know where I'm going. I think John mentioned he was going somewhere as well, but he was going to jump in the labs. But yeah, you know, I couldn't imagine, you know, you finally get that upgrade, you go into type training, and you know, you come from something like this to where, you know, you make it do what you want it to do, to having to understand, you know, logic. And I mean, that's ultimately what it is. And I'm willing to bet going to type school, they teach a good bit of, all right, we're at 2992. They teach a good bit of, you know, what the logic will do and what it won't do. Because I mean, that's important. I mean, even that Air, what was that? The Air France crash? No, wasn't it like an air? Yeah, I take it back. I know what it was. It was an air show, and they ended up. I mean, it was all over the news. It was also an air disasters if you watch that. But basically, you know, it stayed in this attitude here, and you know, unfortunately, hit the trees. But you know, I think part of that accident investigation had something to do. Yep, it was that one, and then there was another one that may not have been Air France, but it was another one. I think it was like in an air show. This was back in the 80s, Mike. I can't think of it. I don't know if it was. I can't think of the airline saved my life, but they ended up. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. See if I can find it here. Yeah, it was Air France 296. They were making a low pass, and let's see. Yeah, they were making a low pass, and let's see, what was it? Yeah, they were making a low pass, and it ended up, or kill you if you aren't familiar with it. Yeah, I think that's ultimately what ended up being the. Yeah, it was Air France. I'm gonna drop the link here, man. It was Air France 296. But no, you're exactly right. I mean, it'll either kill you or save your life, and it's all about understanding. Isn't Airbus a French company? I think it's like a consortium, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's French. I think Britain had a hand in it as well. They don't know how to fly their. So, man, but think about it, man. Like prior to that, that was new territory, my friend. That was. That airplane broke the mold in terms of commercial aviation technology, and it's still unique to this day, for that very reason. So, yeah, you would think some things may have been covered, but, it's just one of those things, man, it's like, even like general aviation speaking, let's say you purchase that brand new, 750 or the Avion, whatever, and you don't have a firm understanding of it, you can get yourself into some trouble. You really can. Even like the G1000, which you're familiar with, it's one of those things. It's pretty difficult to jump in and have the ability to fully utilize the technology and have it work for you rather than against you. That was like way back when I think this was a Delta airline crash. There was a Lockheed L-1011. They had an issue with a blown light bulb. The autopilot disconnected, but that was before the AP disconnect annunciation or siren was a thing. So autopilot was on the whole time. Was off this whole time. And no one paid attention, and it ended up costing lives. So the GTN G1000, I'm still learning. Yeah, it's always a learning process. So it's PIC, especially on that 296 crash. I think they end up charging those crews, I think. Charging one of them. Let's see here. Somebody got charged with manslaughter. Let's see. 3 months endorsements, flyover, investigation, official report. Let's see. Yeah. So the first officer and 2 Air Force officials, they were all 5 found guilty, sentenced to 6 months in prison with 12 months of probation. So understanding, having a firm understanding of the technology, man, is just huge. It's huge. And then you got, here you are with Airbus, with fly-by-wire, understanding the different laws and the logic behind those laws, man. That's I'm willing to bet that's a good bit of the training. Because heck, I never knew that, man. How long we've been flying the labs, and never knew that. I never knew, we had that working for us, and that's, and that's important to know, because what if we lose that, right? What if something happens, I don't know, so it didn't update or something, or it has a cold crash, I don't know, something, and, we lose that capability. You're floating forever, man. Got to jump pad, come back like, yeah, man, no worries, man. Take your time, and yeah, tell the missus happy birthday. We'll see you later. But yeah, so you know, it's really important. So that was one of the reasons why I was pretty stoked about finding that video, even though, you know, yeah, the guy did sound kind of like a used car salesman. But yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see. Still climbing. 330 there. 300. I'm sorry. Wishing we were at 330. Yeah, we should be hitting that here shortly. Outside the view here. All right. Let's see here. Close that. Didn't know you were streaming. Yeah, man, what's going on, bud? How's it going, man? Yeah, I figured we'll give it another try. Give it another go. Let's see here. Your tubes are way better today. Yeah, man. I don't know what was going on with YouTube yesterday, man. It was not happening. And I tried all different methods to connect, and it just was not happening. And you know, here we are this morning. I made no changes, and we're solid. Connection solid. I think you guys are getting good audio. Let me know if you're not, but yeah, I think we're cooking. I think we're cooking with grease today, fellas. I'm gonna put this guy in cruise here. I think we are cooking with grease today. All right. That was really good. Cool, man. Cool. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Departure wasn't too bad getting out of Atlanta, man. It's still early. You know. Center had jumped off, but I mean, as far as everything else, the departure was fairly uneventful. See that butter landing? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in MD-88, so I don't know how well that bread's gonna be buttered. I'll tell you that. About 374 miles out from Washington, Dulles, so we'll find out here shortly. We'll find out here shortly. Let's see, make sure all that's off. Check the FO side here. Everything else looks good on this side. I don't know why McDonnell Douglas decided to put the hydraulic pump controls literally right by the FO's knee. I guess, you know, assuming that, you know, we had an FO, it wouldn't be so bad, right? But but you can tell, like, you know, for example, like the 717, you know, those controls are up here, which makes it accessible for both the members. In the event something happens, you got to reach over there, you know. But yeah, this is by far one of my most favorite aircraft, by far. Some problems are I normally about 10 knots above landing speed. That kind of messed up like I said, it kind of messed up the cockpit a bit. Yeah, and man, that's you talk to a lot of real world Mad Dog drivers, and man, they you know, of course, they either love it or hate it, but yeah, man, it looks like somebody sneezed, and you know, wherever stuff landed, that's where they put it. But yeah, in terms of landing, man, it's not, you know, it's not bad landing the Mad Dog. In fact, I think it's easier landing the MD-80 than the 7.3 at times. There's a few nuances to it. For example, you know, if you're coming in, you know, your rate of descent's a little too high, our natural instinct is to pull back on the yoke to increase that angle of attack to arrest the descent. Well, the MD-80, you don't necessarily want to do that. In fact, you want to relax a little pressure on the yoke, which in turn saves you a few feet per minute on that landing. It's a bit hard to fly. Yeah, because it's faster. Especially on those approach speeds, man. It's a faster airplane. I think so, at least. And landing is, you know, is no exception. So, you know, your vertical profile has to be planned out to the T. You have to be way ahead of the airplane. Even like, you know, like, for example, one airplane I think is a challenge for me is the 737-900. One, you have, you know, it's already low, you know, the aircraft, you know, as far as the aircraft height, it's already low. So, you know, you got to manage your angle of attack. You know, you don't want it too high. You may strike the tail. So you got to keep those speeds up, right? You know, all kinds of things all kinds of aspects play into that. And I mean, really with the Mad Dog, you know, fly your speeds. You know, normally I'm landing, you know, in anywhere between 1.2 to 1.4 EPR, and you know, she flies just fine. Now the controls on approach, so that's one nuance with the Mad Dog. So the slower you get, the sloppier the roll response is. So the amount of deflection necessary on the yoke needs to be exaggerated a little more. And the only reason is, you know, because of the way the roll controls are on the MD-80 with the control tabs instead of having that physical connection to the elevator, you know, makes the roll response a little sloppy on approach. But once you get used to it, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And yeah, I mean, you know, you can hold 170, 180 all the way up to initial approach fix, and you know, it does what you need to do. So I don't know. It's just, to me, like I said, it's just an easier airplane for me than the 7.3. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Totally agree with you. Which, you know, makes the 737 that much, you know, that much more satisfying. B13 or 2 on pilot training. I don't get to fly with an airline until I'm like 20 or so. Yeah, and it depends. I mean, some operations, they'll bring you on, and they'll help you with your ATP. It just depends. I know a lot's changed since I've been in, but you know, I heard of instances, you know, they'll bring you in and you know, pay for your ATP and your type rating, you know, till you become of age, and you know, they can, you know, of course you work it out with a contractual agreement, of course, but you know, the option was always there. I was right at 23 when I started, so it wasn't that hard. But you know, there was a few. I recall that you have to wait till you get your ATP, because I think you do have to be like 23 or something. Before. Oh, thanks for the light, by the way. But yeah, and people say in the airlines, man, but don't rule out other avenues as well in commercial aviation. I mean, you have you have aerial surveillance, you got pipeline inspections, you have charters, skydiving. That was the majority. Charters, scenic charters. That was the majority of how a lot of my classmates built time. Was either did banner flying or something like that before they even thought about getting to the airlines. To me, my personal opinion, I think it makes you more marketable, especially if you get that turbine time. You get a gig flying, I don't know, 208s or something, for a little charter operation. Anything, if you can, whatever you can do to get turbine time. 3 more years, I started applying COVID, have away, medical, have it go away, or medical solution. Man, my grandma, no, it's fine, man. I'm just especially the earlier in the morning is, the worse it is for me. So don't feel bad at all. I'm even worse when I'm trying to text on a phone or something. Let's see. It's 10 a.m. right now. Yeah, it's 11, almost 12 here, 12 noon here. So, but yeah, don't, if I had to recommend anything, man, don't run into a situation to where, you're so eager to get into the airlines until, you jump into a situation that affects your quality of life. At the end of the day, it's not about what you fly. It's not about, it's about what's going to offer me, what's going to allow me to follow my dream, fly airplanes, but have a decent quality of life. That's the key. Now, yeah, starting out, it's a bit of a struggle, but like I said, you got options, man. You got pipeline inspections. You got, all different types of avenues to build time. In fact, a good friend of mine, and we went to train together. Thanks for that. I said, "Oh man, no, it's slapping a little knowledge on you, man." And like I said, everybody, and that's the cool thing about it. There's multiple avenues to get to where you want to go, But the majority of I was fortunate. The program I went through. You went from 0 to hero. I had 0 time when I started. Be honest with you, I had other than the Army, that was the only time I've ever set foot in an airplane. Started out, went out to Phoenix, Arizona, and start out. You get your student certificate, private, instrument, commercial. Your multi-engine endorsement, and then once you get to the point where you get your CFII, then few doors start opening for you at the program I went through. So they also had a charter division as well that if you apply to whatever, which really wasn't an application, was more or less hey, you guys have any spots, but you had the opportunity to fly Grand Canyon tours. Which was done in a 208. So guess what? Turbine time. So, you're still around the school, you're still around with familiar folks, but at the same time, you got turbine time as well. Then on top of that, you also instructed. So, it was a good way to, make decent money and build time. So, you know, it worked out for a lot of people. And then, of course, Mesa was there as well. So, you know, they were scooping up pilots out of there left and right. But then there was a few who, you know, they picked up gigs at AirNet, picked up gigs at Ameriflight. Ameriflight's a real good one as well. You know, they like to bring on new talent as well. So there's an option. The only thing is that flight ticket, yeah, man, it's expensive. It's expensive. My Airbus TCA did just arrive. Hey, what's going on, Ultimate? Oh, cool. So it came in. You guys going to do an unboxing, man. Let us know how it is. Here we go again. 42 minutes of. Yeah. It's better than yesterday, man. Yesterday was a nightmare. I don't know what was going on with YouTube, but it decided to not cooperate at all. Not cooperate at all. But yeah, man, you got tons of options, man. But yeah, it's pretty expensive. You know, there's no sense of me lying about that. What happened yesterday? Man, Ultimate, I could, my OBS, I use OBS, Open Broadcaster software. It would not connect to YouTube. It wouldn't connect to the primary ingest server. It wouldn't connect to the backup ingest server. And the only thing, my connection was good. You know, my ping was low. Only thing I can associate it with is, well, yesterday was just busy and it just couldn't take no more. That's the only thing I can think of. Jumped in this morning, fired it up, solid. So I don't know. All my years I totally got legit paid for is gone. Why is it gone, man? What happened? Say it isn't so, man. What happened? What, did you lose your hard drive? You had to reformat, or? Factory reset my PC. Ah, really? Dorm, Perkin, K-Hood. Alright. How big is the FPS change between you don't stream when you do? That's a good question, Ultimate. Really good question. I was hoping I didn't open up the cowling, but I mean the cell, but so right now, as it stands, so I have my FPS locked at 20. Now, granted, we're at 33,000 feet. We're away from freaking everything. So yeah. So right now I'm at 30 frames a second. I keep my frames locked. On average, on the ground, when I'm streaming in version 5 in this aircraft, I get about 25 to 30 frames per second. But once again, it's locked. But when I'm cruising, it stays pegged at 30. I rarely have any problems. Even in stream, I rarely have any problems. Now, here's the deal. So there's a couple sceneries out there that are brought over to version 5, but hadn't been optimized for version 5 yet. It's a difference. So, for example, Latin VFR, love them to death, love the scenery. They put out some great stuff. They're just simply amazing, not gonna lie. But they've been having some problems with their sceneries lately. Miami and Fort Lauderdale, both of them are beautiful, but they tear your performance to pieces in version 5. They just do. 4.5 works fine as usual, but yeah, they're just not optimized, you know. And too bad you can't lock it on X-Plane. Yeah, but I think Ultimate, so what you can do, you can actually lock it outside of the simulator. So you can go to, and that's what I did. You can go to, if you're using an NVIDIA card, you can go to NVIDIA control panel and select that particular program, for example, X-Plane 11, and lock it outside of the sim. So you won't see any indication in the sim, but you'll see it. But you'll see that it's locked at 30, and that's what I did, and it seems to be, seems to be functioning just fine. Hadn't had any issues with it just yet. But let me need to turn data on here. Coming up our top of descent here a little bit, 253 miles out. So we need to do a shared cockpit flight in 2020. Yeah, my man's stoked about 2020. Oh man, I have to say, man, I'm pretty excited for it too. To see, see what it's all, what it's all about. I can't stream with i5. Yeah, and the thing is, Ultimate is not so much of your speed. It is, but it isn't. But what really helps you out is the hyper threading capability that comes on the i7s. That's the thing, man. Because I know of content creators who have an i7, they're not overclocked. I think it's like 3.6 gigs. And they stream just fine. Now you're not going to be able to max every freaking thing out, but you can still provide a decent experience. You can smoothly stream and fly is literally impossible. Not so much, man. Not so much, man. I should be getting paid. Kind of not feeling 2020. Yeah, man. I'm excited. Man, it depends, man. If your settings are lined out, you can provide a decent experience. It's not going to be 60 FPS or anything insane like that, my man, but you can still provide a decent experience. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Now, yeah, you can probably, depending on if you got like a, super computer or anything crazy like that, you can probably do 1080p 6 frames a second or 4K or something like that. But I don't know, for me, as long as I can provide a decent experience, I'm cool with that. I appreciate the likes, by the way, y'all. I really do, man. Man, I should be getting paid. I'm telling you, man, somebody cut Flight Sim 69 a check. Somebody cut him a check right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it, but at the same time, there's still some things I'm not 100% sold on in terms of 2020, but we'll see. I'm not gonna knock it until I try it or whatever. We'll see. It is what it is. It's pre-ordered, right? We'll test it out, see what happens. Or at least you know what you want to do. Oh man, here goes another one. I'll tell you what, man, these folks ain't got nothing else to do. Good grief. Man, these people. Trolls, Fly Cessnas. Yep. And man, there's nothing wrong with flying a Cessna. I don't care. I don't care if you're in a glider. I don't care if you're in a whatever, man. A pilot's a pilot. So, be proud of that, man. Start out, get your private, recreational, whatever, light sport, whatever floats your boat. And if you like it, move forward. If not, man, Because there are, you know, there are a lot of people, man, who enjoy flying. They just don't want to get paid to do it, you know. And it's okay. So for example, let me see if I can paint this picture. So let's say you like computers, right? You know, it's your thing. You love, you know, you're on them 24/7. You know, kind of like I am, but on them 24/7. You know, it's, you know, you love everything about technology. You love computers and things like that. Okay, let's say you finally land that IT gig. It's not necessarily a guarantee that you'll enjoy it. You know, it may be a situation to where you may, you know, enjoy working on them, but the fact that, you know, sometimes you're under pressure, sometimes deadlines need to be met, expectations need to be met, and things like that. At times, it sucks the fun out of it, and that's the thing that you have to be prepared for. You know, flying is great. And commercial aviation is awesome. Not taking anything away from it, but make sure you understand all of it. You know, look at it from a holistic perspective. You know, I mean, you're going to be away from home. You're going to be away from family. You're going to miss birthdays. You know, you have to be okay with those things. You know, right now, you know, a lot of you guys are still young, but at some point, you know, you may end up getting married. You know, your wife has to be cool with that. You know, because it's not just a lifestyle change for you; it's a lifestyle change for them as well. And if both of you guys are cool with that, and if everyone is on the same page, man, go. It's an awesome career. You know, you see the world. You know, buddy pass. You know, especially if whatever company you're with, you know, they have, well, most of them do have CAS now, you know, jump seat privileges, you know, so not only do you have the opportunity to experience flight decks on whatever equipment you may be in, but you'll also have, you know, the opportunity of, you know, let's say if, you know, your company's partnered with FedEx, which I think they're both in CAS as well. So, you know, let's say, let's say you jump seat on a FedEx flight, or you may jump seat on a 350 or Airbus 220. You know, the possibilities are endless. So, you know, it's an amazing career, guys. It really is. Just, you know, I don't want you guys to get into a situation to where, you know, you put out all this money, you know, you do all these things and you realize that it's not for you. It happens all the time. There were classmates I went through training with who realized they didn't even like flying. I know, right? Realized they didn't even like flying, and you're literally in the butt crack of training. And you know, there were some who, you know, they wanted to fly. It was in their heart, but you know, they just, you know, they spent so much money until, you know, they couldn't complete training. That happens as well. So, you know, just be prepared. You know, that is all I'm saying. Just be prepared. We're Irving there. All right, we still got a little bit. Jackson, I'm looking for Doran. All right, let me do this here. So I'm gonna bring both of these windows up. I'm gonna zoom in. Doran. Alright, so Jackson, we need to clear this discontinuity because we know we're gonna fly that approach, right? So we'll clear that up. Appreciate that, James. Yeah, it was Saturday, so I had a feeling they were coming. Alright, so put us back there. Actually, I do need to. Let's go back here and bouncing all around here. Alright. Going through Alright, so there's CSN. I don't think we're going to fly CSN. Let's get closer here. We're going to check the weather, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to clear the vectors. I'm going to clear that out. Excuse me. There's a procedure turn at CSN. We're going to clear that out as well. And we're just going to blow CSN out. We don't want that. We don't want that. That's going to kind of set us up for a base of final. We're almost kind of set for a straight in, so we're not going to do that. Alright, so that connects that. And then we'll just clear up this continuity here. And boom. Alright, so we're all set to go there. Prop page 212 out. Alright, that's pretty good. Well, that's pretty good. Just gotta make sure we're on it in terms of our altitude. Gotta make sure we're on top of our game there. But cool. So far, so good. Oh man! All right, let's see where we're at here. New York Center is on. Oh heck yeah! So we got Washington. All right, Dulles Tower is actually on, so that's cool. So that means it's like he has some ATIS recorded. Let's see if we can pick up ATIS from Dulles. We're like 200 miles out, and yeah, there would be no way we would actually be able to get it. But I mean, since we're just kind of sitting here, all right.
Visibility 10. Use clouds at 7,000. Use clouds at 25,000. Temperature 34. 2.17. Altimeter 3008. Arrival is at KATL visual runway 1 center.
Yes.
Runway 1 right. Departure runway.
All right, so we're good there.
Runway 1 left. Simultaneous approach is now being conducted to our runway. North is to Airmen. Brief make runway assignments and the whole short instruction. Operating mode B on no taxiway and runway. Ramp is on movement area. Call for taxi on left or east side of ramp. Advise on initial contact. You have information given. Advise on initial contact. You have information given.
All right, so that's Delta. All right.
Washington Delta International Airport data.
All right, so we got that. So they are landing. They are landing northeast. So that's cool. One right, and yeah. So we're just gonna have to be on the ball here, and we'll give Tower a holler when we once we go final. Give them an old ring. Oh dear. Yeah, I've been hoping TDF5 finally gets that 320. I think it's 2020 717 updated. I'd like to take that guy out again since at least it's still flying. But man, I have not got that thing lined out yet for version 5. And heck, I don't know, with 2020 coming, I don't know if that's even going to be a thing for them. But then again, it's what happens are developers. That's another question I have is what direction are a lot of developers going to take? Are they going to just say the heck with 2020 and continue to develop for version 5 or X-Plane 11, or are they gonna move forward and try to develop for 2020, especially with them mentioning that there's going to be a marketplace now for a lot of the releases for the I'm going to say third party, but I still am not sure how that relationship's going to work, but for third-party content. So, that be the case, it should be pretty sweet You know, especially, you know, you have a one-stop shop. You know, there's no more going to, you know, 30 different stores to, you know, purchase add-ons and things like that. Are you even going to have the capability of manually adding aircraft and things like that? You know, that's another question, you know. It's a really good question, you know. Really good question. Let's go ahead and set up our speeds here. I see our top of descent's coming up. There's New York's on. I don't know if Dulles Tower is going to hold up for us or not. I didn't see a whole lot of rivals going into Dulles, so I don't know. He may just jump in to get his hours and jump right back off. I don't know. Let's see. So that's for data. I'll tune because we're going to need this one more time as we get closer to the field. 850. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh no, he's. Alright, never mind. I'm sorry. Alright, 3485. Alright. I seen Philly Ground jump on some. Oh, wait a minute. Let's stick him for something else. Too cool. Try not to click that. Detail on that, man, is awesome. Alright, let's see if we can find an arrival gate. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take one right. Parking. Ramp tower. Alright. Got about 40 miles to our top of descent. Show this here, so we will plan for already plan for Charlie. Oh no, we'll say Charlie 2-3 on arrival. There's one right. Alright, should put us right there. Hopefully we can take actually off at Kilo 2. Yeah, that'll work out really. That'll work out real well for us if we can make that happen. All right. Alright, we're about to start that descent into Dulles. Let me get my arrival in. My arrival pulled up, Cavalier 3. Alright, so that first constraint we need to be perking above 220 and then immediately at K-Hood under 220 above 140. Zoom this in a little bit. Let's see, what's the, let me look at the bottom here. Good grief, guys. Holy cow. I don't know what's going on. 1 minute we're all good to go, next minute, I don't know. So if this thing drops, guys, and I lose you, here's what we'll do. I'll record the remainder of this until, I don't know, they get themselves together. I just did another speed test and I'm good, so I don't know. Don't know.